Hello guys, welcome to another video. In this video we would be seeing on how to access any kind of file system using PyArrow. Like let's assume how to read a files from S3 or how to read a files from local storage. So let's see all those. Okay, so now here if you see from PyArrow we are importing the fs file system module. Okay, from fs.s3 file system, let's first see how to read everything from S3. Okay, fs.s3 file system, here you have to mention the region, access key and secret key. You don't have to mention as an argument. You can even keep them in your environment variables as well. It will access from environment variables in case if you don't pass as an argument to this class. Okay, so now we got the connection to the S3. So now we can just use this particular S3 variable and do everything. If you see here s3.getFileInfo, and I'm just passing the bucket name, and I got the all information inside the bucket. If you go to my S3 here, if you see, I have, when I tested that, I had only folder 1. So inside folder 1 I have customer.csv. So we got only customer.csv. Now if you go here, we see folder 1 customer.csv. We got all the details from the S3 or all our folders. So now in case if you want to read a file, it can be any file, CSV file or a text file. In case if you want to just read, like how we read a file in Python, we can even do that as well. If you see here s3.open input file stream, and I gave the path of the file and f.read all. If you see, I got the content here printed. I have a CSV file, so all this content got printed. In case if you want to read CSV file as a table, we do have another option, I'll show you. But in case if you want to read any text file and all, this is a better option. So now if you see, let's assume in case if you are not aware of the region, so in that case you can even pass something like this, like fs.resolve S3 region, based on the bucket get the region directly. So in which bucket this region is it, and that gets replaced here. Okay, so that's how we can even get the region, because using access key and secret key we are able to connect to my S3 account. So now once we connect, it will search for the bucket, and using bucket it gets the region. That's one way. And now if you see, in case if you want to read any file in my local system, so how we have the S3 file system to access the files in S3, we have a local file system class to access any file in my local system. If you see, I got fs.local file system, this particular variable local. Now I am reading a specific file. If you see, local.open input stream and the file name as stream, and then stream.readAll. If you see, if I open my local file test.text, hey hi man, how are you, what are you doing? So this particular string comes here. That's it. It has been read, this particular file. That's it. Now in case if you want to write something, like how we write the data into a Python file, you can even do that as well. Local dot, here if you see, we have used open input stream. Now here we have to use open output stream, and then we have to give the file name it have to write and the text you want to write. That's it. So hey hi what's up. So this particular file is written with hey hi what's up. That's it. So now if you see above, we have seen on how to read a file directly from S3 as a single string kind of thing. Okay, now in case if you don't want to read as a string and you want to read it as a table directly, so we can even do that as well. If you see, so we are importing the CSV module from PyArrow as a PV, that's it, and the file system module from PyArrow, these two. So if you see, I just got the connection, like how I got the connection above, that's it. Now if you see this PV, the CSV, pv.read CSV of that S3 path, full path, that's it. So now this CSV, the variable assigned to this CSV variable will act like a table, PyArrow table. If you see dot schema, I got the schema, complete schema, and when I printed this CSV table, I got the table data. Okay, that's it. This is how we can read any CSV file from S3 as a table in PyArrow. That's it. So now in case if you have a JSON data instead of CSV data, we can even do that as well. If you see here, instead of pyarrow.csv, we are using pyarrow.json, and now instead of read CSV, we are using, like here if we have, see here, if you see, we are using the read CSV, right? Similarly here we are using read JSON. That's it. Nothing else has been changed. That's it. The same schema we want to see, and the table if you want to print, the same table has been printed. That's it. And guys, till now we have seen how to read a file from S3, right? Let's see how we can write the data into S3. Okay, so I have a small data here. That's it. I've created a PyArrow table using that particular data, and I got the S3 connection. Fine. I got the bucket name. I have the file key. I have the folder 4. Okay, till now I have only folder 3s. when I refresh, I have only folder 3. Okay, now I should create the folder 4. So that's it. I'm creating a output stream, s3.open output stream. To write a data, I said we have to use a open output stream. To read the data, we have to use open input stream like above, and that's it. Inside which I'm doing PQ. PQ means I'm importing the Parquet module from PyArrow. That's it. PQ dot write table and the table and the S3 stream. S3 stream is nothing but with connection here. That's it. So now when I run it, I should have the data in my S3. So once it's executed, now let's go to S3, and if you refresh, we have the folder 4. That's it. And if you see, I got the customer.parquet. That's it. So now if I come back here, and now if you see, to check whether I have written the data correctly or not, if the data is written correctly or not, again I said when you want to read something, you have to use open input file, right? So I got the path and I read it as a table. That's it, using the same PyArrow.parquet, and this is the table. And if I print, I got the schema and as well as the data, same data which we have written here. That's it. This is how we write the data into S3 as well. So this is the very basic stuff on how we can access the file system using PyArrow and read them as a text string, or read them as a table directly from S3 or from the local system. That's it. This is how we read and write in PyArrow in case if you have any objects in S3. That's it. Thank you so much for watching.